All right, so let's hop over to manga time. So we are doing a little bit of a switch up with how we're doing our show. We're kind of just leaving all like the major manga stuff down at the end, our ratings as well as sales. So let's go through our sales numbers real quick here. All right, so the current Weekly Shonen Magazine volumes that we have been tracking, the latest update that we have here is for June 27th, and that is, of course, Fire Force Volume 29, 111K. Seven Deadly Sins, Four Nights of the Apocalypse, Volume 2, 80K. Hajime no Ippo, Volume 131, 66K. Shangri-La Frontier, Volume 4, 57K. Ranger Reject, Volume 2, 45K. Do want to give one random shout out that I saw for Weekly Shonen Magazine that I thought was very interesting. You know, because with Weekly Shonen Jump, if you suck, you suck. You're getting axed. That's how it goes. But I did notice, because this particular series is actually in this lineup, I'm just not shouting it out because it's not a very popular series, Tesla Note.
What?
Yeah, it's a newer series. Volume 2, I believe, is the one that's out. It only sold like 3,000 copies, right? But instead of axing it, Weekly Shonen Magazine just kicked it out of the main magazine and put it in another version of their magazines. I thought that was
fucking hilarious.
I thought that was really interesting that they didn't just kill it, because it had poor sales, wasn't being received well, obviously, because of that. But instead of ending it like Jump would, they just like, okay, you're getting kicked out of the main lineup. You're going over to this one. That if you happen to be a fan of Tesla Note, I believe the date was August 4th. It's picking back up. So no Tesla Note until then. But just wanted to shout that out because it is actually in this current lineup. The last update, I think, was 3,000 copies. But I did think that was really interesting that they didn't just end it. They just moved it to another smaller magazine.
See, all that sounds like to me is like they have manga majors and minors.
See, that's what I thought too.
Shonen monthly magazines like, this is the majors. You're not doing so great, so we're going to drop you down a tier.
I think it was called Manga Poke is where it's going.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I think that was the name of the magazine. But anyway, I thought that was interesting. All right, so for our June Weekly Shonen Jump volumes, this is the last update that we've got on these because the July volumes are out. So this is, of course, for June 27th. We have JJK Volume 16, 1.7 million. One Piece Volume 99, 1.5 million. Dr. Stone Volume 21, 217K. Ayakashi Triangle Volume 4, 65K. Witch Watch Volume 1, 31K. Sakuma Days Volume 2, 26K. And then, of course, we have Magu-chan 4, Build King 2, High School Family 2, and Ball Parade Volume 1. None of those have been ranked because they have just fallen out when it comes to sales. Now, hopping over to our July volumes. All right, kicking it off. These are our 3-day rankings. Next episode of AniMan Plus, we will get a chance to see our first batch of sales numbers, which actually should probably come out like tonight or tomorrow from when we're recording. That's usually when they come out. So first up, we have Black Clover Volume 29 with a beautiful cover, mind you. For the first 3 days, 334, Mission Yozakura Family Volume 9, 17, 46, and 70. A Gravity Boys Volume 6, 55, 214, 445. A Gravity Boys Volume 7, 56, 216, 462. It's funny to see those numbers stay so close together.
Well, I'm more curious about that just because you would think they would be almost back to back.
Yeah.
If you're buying one, you might buy two.
You might as well buy the other. Yeah. So what happened? What happened to that last drop? Is what I want to know.
Yeah.
What happened there?
People just didn't realize it was out.
Yeah,
possibly.
Then we have Undead Unluck Volume 7, 13, 28, and good old 69. Hard Boiled Cop and a Dolphin Volume 4, 57, 229. Big drop there. They sold pretty decently day one and then just dropped. And then not ranked. Phantom Seer Volume 4, the final volume of Phantom Seer, started off at 21. Pretty solid. And then it went down to 67 and 110. So that's still pretty good numbers. That's keeping it pretty relevant there. Me and Roboco Volume 4, which is, of course, another JJK reference here for the cover. Kicked off at 24, went down to 81, and then had a pretty big drop down to 183. And then ITLC Volume 2, which is now ended, of course, started off at 131, and then it went non-ranked. And then the one that we've been waiting for to see how it was going to do, Elusive Samurai Volume 1. Started off at number 4 and then went down to 7 and then went down to 33. Damn, besides Burn the Witch, when was the last time that we had a new series from Weekly Shonen Jump start off in the top 5 for 3-day rankings? That's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a bit.
I don't know.
I mean, that drop to 33 sort of hurts, but I mean, it's still up there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That is very impressive numbers.
The drop to 33 isn't even that bad compared to like some of these other more established series.
Yeah,
true.
I mean, my takeaways from this are, firstly, I can only imagine the A Gravity Boys memes because being that low is probably something that like they're happy about. Second is, out of every one of these like current series, it's interesting to see Phantom Seer doing so well, even though it's been axed. Like, that makes me wonder, like, did Jump make the right decision there?
I still don't think they did. And I think Phantom Seer selling the way that it is, I really do think that's because like the fans are like kind of rallying together. It's like, yo, let's buy this and let's show them that this was a good series. And we've said it a million times. It didn't have enough to stand out. That's true. That's fair. But I still think they could have done something else beside axing and maybe just moved over to Jump Plus or something, like maybe do what Weekly Shonen Magazine did with Tesla Note, move it over, so that is disappointing. I'm with you.
It's doing better than Roboco and Hardboiled Cop and Dolphin, which are two series that are still ongoing, which is
Hardboiled just is about to end, I think, right? Or did it end?
It ended.
Yeah, it did end. That's right.
Okay, it ended?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, the only one it's going up against is Roboco, and it did better than Roboco all 3 days. Like, that's just crazy.
Dude, it is insane, man. And it further disappoints me that it ended because, like, with the setup that we had going into the Puppet House arc and everything, there was a lot of great setup that was going to be able to take us for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was going to be very interesting content, but Jump made their decision, and now we're stuck to live with it,
Yeah.
But it looks like Elusive Samurai will be doing good, which I'm honestly not real surprised, as I stated back when. Once again, in later chapters, it'll be good, but until then.
Yeah, true. Now we have our, blood fetish pro tag. And then, of course, in August, we will see Elusive Samurai Volume 2 as well. So looking forward to seeing that, but I'm really actually pumped to see the sales on Elusive Samurai here later tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for that. Really excited to talk about that next week.
Looking at it now, like it's sorry, I was just going to say, looking at it now, like it's, really interesting. Elusive Samurai Volume 1's doing about as good as Black Clover.
Right.
Volume 29,
right.
Which is also super crazy. I know we've already said that, but it's just saying it again because of how crazy that is.
It really is. And I may try to take the time, and I may try to see when the last time a brand new series, Volume 1 from Weekly Shonen Jump, did that well in top 5 beside Burn the Witch. Because I think Burn the Witch started at like number 3. I think. I could be wrong. I think it was 3 or 4. I think I'm going to try to do some digging on that because I am very curious what was the last series to do that. And then with Weekly Shonen Jump issue 32 that's dropping here in a couple of days. Of course, Blue Box is on the cover, which is pretty cool to see. That is a very fast time for it to get the cover, just like Elusive Samurai. Color pages, of course, My Hero Academia, the new series Neru, and me and Roboco. I didn't actually see anything super notable in terms of the lineup. I know Candy Flurry was last, which not surprising at this point with how it's going. And then, of course, the next issue is the double issue, 33 and 34. One Piece will be on the cover. And for the color pages, My Hero Academia and then 2 one-shots were the only color pages for that issue.